Hey guys, welcome to Stacking the Shelves Showcase Sunday in Alabama. Blah. Just stacking the shelves. I'm used to saying like all the, anyways, for the weekend of January 7th. And I'm sorry, I have a cat hair in my mouth. I got a Lenovo Yoga tablet, Yoga 3 tablet or whatever, to review through the Amazon Vine program. So I am trying to videotape it on that as part of the review. It's got kind of a it sits up by itself, so it's got kind of like a weird angle that's like leaning back. I don't know if you guys can tell, but and the lighting is weird for it. So like I shut my backdrop like I normally do when it was way too dark, and I opened it. Anyways, all right. I got a very big book haul again this week because like we got gift certificates for Amazon and stuff, and some of that stuff takes a while to get here. So this is kind of like the second half of the Christmas haul that I bought with gift certificates, and there are some review books and stuff like that as well. So I'll start going through it. The first, I did get 2 books for review. The first one I got for review is Magic for Nothing, which is a novel in the Encrypted series by Shauna McGuire. This is kind of a more lighthearted urban fantasy series. And yeah, I'm super excited to read this. I got through NetGalley. Comes out March, beginning of March. So yeah, very, very excited to get this. I loved all of Shauna McGuire's books, so I'm pretty pumped about that. The second one I got for review, I got through the Amazon Buy program, and this one is already out. It is Happiness Volume 1 by Shuzo Oshimi. I guess she created Flowers of Evil, which I have not read, but it supposedly is like a vampire horror manga type of thing. So it's got a very pretty cover. I'm very curious to see if I like it or not. I always like it when I can get manga and graphic novels for review, and I got this from Amazon Vine, so that should be a good read. Then I did swap one book through Paperback Swap this week, and that is Heart of Brass by Kate Cross. This is the first book of the Clockwork Agents, so it's a steampunk novel. Kate Cross is another word for, or another name. Now I'm blanking. She writes under a couple different names, and she's done some young adult like steampunk novels as well. I think she does it under like Katie something. But anyways, yeah, looking forward to read that. I wish I could remember. But then I did. These are the. Now I'm going to get to the ones that were bought. I did get a October Day novella called Full of Briars by Shauna McGuire. This is a novella in that series. I think it was actually like before Once Broken Faith, kind of in between that one and the ninth book or whatever book that is. So many books in that series. So I realized I hadn't read this novella and I had some Amazon money, so I went ahead and got that for Kindle. Um, this I actually bought for my son. You can tell he's already started reading it. And that's the most recent book in the Wings of Fire series, Talons of Power. For those who read this series, it's a middle grade fantasy series about dragons. It's very reminiscent of like the Warriors series where the cats have all these clans and stuff. But in this one, it's all about dragons. Um, and this book features, if you follow the series, this book features Turtle. So he's one of the dragons in the second set of 5 dragonettes. I believe this is like the 8th or ninth book in the series. Let me see. This is actually the 9th book in the series, and there was another book that released earlier called Darkstalker, which was like a Legends one that was like a prequel to the series that released. So yes, these are very fun. It took me a while to get into these, but now that it's like a dragon like fantasy soap opera, so like at first view I was like, oh, these are really middle grade, and I'm not so excited about them. But then as I kept reading them, I got really hooked on them. So yeah, my son loves them. He just rereads them over and over. This one my husband actually got for Christmas, and then he was giving me crap because he's like, I didn't see you talk about Uberblatt on your post. And I was like, well, it's your book. And he was like, are you going to read it? And I was like, yeah. So my husband got Uberblatt Volume 1, or Volume 0, it says. This is by Itoroji Shiono, and I probably murdered that. It is super mature, mature rating. It's a fantasy one with a lot. I haven't actually read it, but a lot of violence just from glancing at it. I'm not going to show any of it, but the drawing's pretty nice. It's pretty nice and detailed. Looks pretty good. So that'll be an interesting read. I do love reading my manga. Then I got another graphic novel that I bought, Shutter Volume 2. by Joe Keatinge and Lilia Del Duca. I did read and review the first volume in this series, and I actually really liked it. It's kind of set in a sci-fi world, and it's about a young woman who's being hunted by all these crazy people. Very nice, like color, good artwork. I'm very curious to see. There were just lots of like crazy different creatures and crazy worlds in this, so I'm interested to see what the next one brings. Lots of adventure. One more graphic novel I got, Flight Volume 5 by Kazu, well, edited by Kazu Kibushi. I have read 1 through 3 and I really like these. They're kind of like graphic novel anthologies. They have a whole bunch of short graphic novel novellas throughout a very wide range of styles, but everything has to do with flight. And that is taken in a very loose term, like actual like flying planes or like Flight the Imagination or like Animals That Fly, just like different things. Um, so I was having a hard trouble time finding 4, but I finally found 4, and I found 5 first. So 4 is on its way, but 5 is here. Very big book, very heavy. And then I got 2 books, like normal books. The first one is The Secret Horses of Briar Hill by Megan Shepherd. I am a pretty big Megan Shepherd fan. I wasn't a huge fan of her Cage series, but I really liked her Madman's Daughter series and some other stuff she's written. So I'm very curious to read this cute little book and see if I like it. And then the last one I got is fairly big. This is the most recent Bram book, Lost Gods. I don't know. Bram is maybe not a super popular author, but I really enjoy his. He always has a lot of artwork in his novels, and he's a very interesting artist. He's pretty obsessed with like dark stuff, dark gods, madness, dark stuff. And he wrote a retelling of Peter Pan that was really good but pretty dark. And he doesn't release very many books, maybe one every other year, one every third year, or something like that. But always has amazing artwork, and it always is a very interesting story. He wrote one about an evil Santa Claus called Krampus that was pretty good. The artwork pretty much gives you an idea of the tone of the story. It's a little bit crazy, maybe a little bit nightmarish, but very excited to get this just because he just does not release novels very often, and so yeah, I like it. He's probably more like horror fantasy, I guess, kind of. So that's what I got. So I'll go through 1, 2. Oh, somebody just bit the dust. Oh, sorry about that. 3, 4. They're like sliding everywhere. 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then the 2 review books, 9, 10. So again, quite a few books this week. This won't keep continuing. I apologize. I keep getting like glare in my glasses because I can't shut this backdrop because this camera on this tablet just doesn't grab light as well. So I apologize. It's kind of a long post. We haven't had very cold weather here in Minnesota. The high was like -8 yesterday, so it was windy. So it's cold. Just gets cold. Like your nose hairs freeze and your eyelashes freeze, and you can't breathe. We are going out to Two Harbors today for a hockey tournament. Pulling my son out of school early for that, which should be a lot of fun. We're gonna go see a UMD hockey game tonight, and then they'll be having tournament games, 2 tournament games Saturday and a tournament game Sunday. So that'll be fun. I really like Two Harbors, and I think the kids will like it. It's gonna be cold, but not much colder than it is here, so I think we'll be okay. And then like last year, we had a hockey game in Mora, and it was -20 outside, so it was even colder. And they had some of their games in an outdoor rink, so it was really, really, really cold. And Two Harbors has an indoor rink, and I don't know how warm it's going to be, but it's got to be better than standing outside -20 degrees like we did in Mora. So, all right. Well, I hope you guys got a lot of great books to read, and that you have a great week of reading ahead of you. And I will talk to you next week. Bye.